Welcome everyone to our class today on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I am really excited to join you all the way from Cheyenne, Wyoming. We have a few people on the call today, but today's presentation is really going to be something available to anybody who wants to learn a little bit more about how essential oils and nutrition can help support and advance our health and vitality. This is something near and dear to my heart. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's degree in functional medicine, and I'm very excited to talk to you today about the Lifelong Vitality Pack and some of the key components in it that help support our bodies from the inside out. So please hang tight. Please enjoy the presentation today. I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and I have to just share my screen, and I have to open the presentation somewhere. There it is. Okay. So hopefully y'all can still see me. Sherilyn, will you give me a thumbs up to make sure you can still, you see the presentation? Perfect. Okay. So you guys, whether or not you're starting to feel the effects of aging or you just want to promote a healthier lifestyle, the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a program that's designed to help you with your lifestyle, with your energy, with your longevity. And I'm going to discuss each product in the Lifelong Vitality Pack and how they can be used to support your lifestyle to help you feel better from the inside out. I'm also going to be answering some questions that a couple of you had via email to help support you as well as your learning. Oh, in just a second. Okay. There are really a lot of ways to measure health and wellness, and some people go by how they look or how they feel, while others define their health by numbers, like cholesterol or weight. Health status is going to be measured by a combination of a lot of things, and I think most of us know that, but our energy level, our exercise habits, our diet, stress levels, our exposure to toxins, and simply how we feel are different ways to measure our health status. Many of these elements are easily measured in quantitative form, so like your blood pressure or your body mass index, but other factors are going to be more subjective and are more difficult to assess, and that might include things like your emotional health or your energy levels. When it comes to your individual health status, there's going to be several factors that are beyond our control that can influence how we feel, okay? The conditions and diseases that we're actually prone to getting. Our family medical history, predisposition to certain diseases, and even our individual DNA are things that we're born with and we can't change. So that said, there are countless elements that are within our control, including diet, exercise, managing stress, and sleep patterns, many of which you guys already use essential oils to support. Even if you have that family history or predisposition for a problem, there's actions that we can take to lower our risk for certain health issues. And this is so near and dear to my heart. This is kind of my life's work, so I'm excited to share this all with you. So in addition to personal risk factors, those that are in our control and out of our control, we also face a number of challenges to our health simply because of the environment that we live in, okay? Our modern society is full of high-stress jobs, jam-packed schedules, and I don't know about you, but finding time for exercise and quality sleep is hard, and it's become the norm in many people's lives. And then here's the other thing. We have this endless access to processed foods, and we're kind of accustomed to a diet that lacks a lot of the important nutrients that our bodies need for good health, right? So you can go anywhere and get a packaged X, Y, and Z. We don't find ourselves eating the stuff that's really nutrient dense anymore. And the consumer products that we use actually increase our exposure to toxins, which can further endanger our health and increase our need for nutrition to help get rid of that stuff from our body. So our health status is going to be based on all of these different factors, some of which we can control, others that we can't. But there's going to be a lot of challenges in the modern day, and that's why we're talking today. So among many things, what we eat, as you know, has an impact on your health, on your weight, and how you overall feel. In the class I taught a couple weeks ago in Hawaii, we talked about emotions and essential oils and how there's essential oils that can support health, but we also have to look at gut health and the health of our digestive tract and how that relates to our overall emotional health. And that's really tying into how we feel. As I mentioned before, the typical diet in our modern world is full of processed food and lacking in a lot of those vital nutrients. Our specific nutrition requirements our specific nutrition requirements depend on age and gender, how much we exercise, and other things, like pregnancy or serious health issues. But while the average amounts and types of nutrients can vary from person to person, most of us are likely not reaching those daily requirements for a number of vitamins and minerals. They're determined, nutrition requirements are determined by the amount of a vitamin or a mineral needed to minimize a nutrition deficiency. This isn't about optimizing health. This is about fulfilling deficiencies. And those are based on your age, your gender, and other factors. So each gender and age group has a different guideline, but here you can see that the average requirement, again, that's what we need to avoid deficiency. In adults 19 and older, you can see this chart here, and you can see the amount of American adults who are not reaching their daily requirements for specific vitamins and minerals. And this is just a few examples, but you can see here for vitamin D and vitamin E, 95% of adults are not meeting their needs through diet. That's crazy. And then you can also see that nearly half of Americans don't fill their requirement for vitamin A, calcium, and vitamin C. So this is kind of a big deal, you guys. This is what predisposes many of us to chronic disease. Oh, okay. So for those of us who think that our daily diet doesn't have serious bearing on how our bodies function and feel, it's important to point out that the negative effects of not meeting our natural or our nutrient requirements is going to have some effect. Deficiencies can lead to serious issues and can make your current condition worse if you're not paying attention to it. Depending on the type of deficiency, the body might suffer from fatigue, from weak bones, threats to cardiovascular heart health, and more. So every time that you consume the proper amount of a vitamin or mineral, it provides these benefits to your body. So when nutrients are missing, it can cause adverse effects because the body isn't receiving the resources it needs to function properly. Does that make sense, everyone? Just kind of nod with me. Okay. So now you're probably asking yourself, okay, what's the solution? And for many, and many patients and clients I've worked with in the past, supplementation has been a useful way to provide the body with those additional vitamins and minerals and nutrients that can help support healthy cell function and healthy body function. So, while the use of, so here's the thing. The use of dietary supplements is a hotly debated topic. It has been for years. And the fact remains that many people are not receiving the nutrients their body needs through food. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And there's a lot of many food sources that provide vitamins and minerals. A majority of adult Americans are falling short. And I mentioned that earlier. So, overall health is going to improve by making dietary changes. That's important. Diet is the base. You have to eat good, healthy food. Removing stress is going to help. Exercising the proper amount and getting adequate sleep is important, as well as many other issues. But making these changes isn't easy as it sounds. And unfortunately, our health often takes that back seat to other tasks like taking care of our families, working, and just keeping up with everyday demands. I know I have that concern. I'm sure many of you do too. So rather than simply falling short in maintaining good health, many people turn to supplements to help promote this overall wellness. And I want to make an important note, and that is that supplements are not a substitution for taking care of yourself, eating healthy, and using other conjunctive healthy lifestyle habits, right? So we've got to look at satisfying these nutritional deficiencies that might be lacking in our modern diet and use supplements as a way to combat those deficiencies. There's a lot of targeted supplements out there that are designed to support heart health and others to support healthy bones. And there's going to be so many options. I'm sure many of you listening to this recording or watching this live already take a supplement and maybe already take the Lifelong Vitality from doTERRA. And I'd love to hear how it's helping you feel. But there's a lot of decisions and there's a lot of different products out there. So it's important to understand what's in your product and the company's philosophy behind it. So I have notes, you guys, so I'm going through my notes. There's so much I want to say. So, all right. So when you're combining the healthy eating practices, the regular exercise, and the other daily healthy habits, supplementation provides a catalyst for establishing and maintaining your healthy lifestyle. Again, they're not meant to be used to make up for, eating fast food every day and never getting off your couch and going for a walk, but they should be used in conjunction, right, with the daily healthy habits to promote this well-rounded healthy lifestyle. So as you find ways to work healthy food into your diet and decide what kind of exercise works best for your health status and your preferences, you can also determine how to use supplements as part of your healthy routine. Okay, so providing your body with all the help it can get. And supplements have the potential to help increase your energy, support function of many body systems, and provide us with those nutrients that we might not be getting from our food. So if you're ready to give your body a little extra boost, in the pursuit of your healthy lifestyle, it's important that you're finding a supplement that's going to support those healthy habits. Super important. So again, just to mention, there's going to be genetic predisposition for certain health issues and family history concerns that are out of our control, but there's a lot of things that we do have control of, and that's what I want to emphasize, that can really, really help us feel better from the inside out, promote health, promote energy and longevity. And it's possible to tackle the challenges presented by the aging process, which I know is a hot topic. But by having good nutrition, it helps us age more gracefully. Okay, so we're going to get into the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Lifelong Vitality Program, which includes 3 products. And the products I'm going to focus in on today, so you can learn more about them, that have been specifically formulated to provide the body with antioxidants that help support immune health, that help support healthy energy levels, and give the body the nutrients that might be missing in the diet, okay? These products, as you can see on the picture here, are Alpha CRS, E Omega, and Microplex VMZ. And all of them have really safe ingredients, along with our beloved therapeutic grade essential oils actually in the supplements, which is super fun, that will help provide you and me with a healthy way to promote this vitality and this wellness in our lives. So the Lifelong Vitality, to give you kind of a better overall benefit of this product, some of the most appealing things that people love the Lifelong Vitality Program for is that it provides this powerful array of antioxidants. It helps support the immune system, and it promotes a lot of good energy and essential nutrition, as well as having really, really safe ingredients. doTERRA, I have been so impressed. And I gotta tell you, I was super skeptical about the supplements. I didn't start using them for 2 years. When I got into doTERRA, I didn't use them because there's so many supplements out there and everyone says they're the best. But as I've learned more about the company and kind of what their heart is and their quality testing standards, I've really felt impassioned and I felt really confident and safe sharing this program with people because I know that they're not sacrificing anything for quality. They really aren't. These quality products are amazing. And the stories that I've heard, I just talked to a friend who it was a neighbor who started using the Lifelong Vitality Pack. He's a dialysis patient. And before taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, he was just dragging on energy, couldn't get motivation, especially after a dialysis treatment. It's super draining. If any of you have lived with dialysis or know somebody who has, it's incredibly draining to the body. But after starting the Lifelong Vitality Pack, this person, and I don't want to use names here, but he has been working on his house. He gets back from dialysis and he's working around the house and doing all these things and feeling amazing. And that was a really beautiful story to me, just to show that when we correct those nutritional deficiencies, we can see that abundance of energy return to the body. And there's so many more stories. And I hope that some of you who are using those will be able to share here at the end. I'm going to make sure to get through. I know, Linda, you've got one, but I want to make sure to get through this and make sure this can be Yeah. Okay. So, to give you, let's see, I lost my place on my sheet here. Okay. So, just to kind of give you a price comparison to show you that, the value of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the 3 supplements that were shown in the previous picture. Oops. Oh my, sorry guys. I'm going way ahead of myself. Okay. So these supplements shown right here, you can get them at a wholesale cost of $79.50, okay, as a wholesale member. If you look at everything in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which I'm going to piece through today, the benefits of all of these ingredients would, if you went to the local health food store, cost you anywhere between $200 and $300. Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I've spent that kind of money on supplements before. And I'm so glad that I have just one option to go to. My cursor is being crazy. I have one option to go to where I can get everything in one place. Okay. Linda, do you want to share your experience? Let's just let you share your experience. What's your experience with the LLV? Because you were nodding your head. I'm going to unmute you.
Well, the one thing I wanted to say about the gentleman that's on dialysis, his coloring has changed even since I've been in and since I've known him. He's definitely has a much better coloring than he had when I first met him. But for me, as far as the Lifelong Vitality Pack, well, I was told that I shouldn't take the full 4 pills a day because it has too much vitamin A because of my kidney issue. But Scotty had told me to take the regular dose of the alpha. Can you put that?
Alpha CRS?
Yeah,
Alpha CRS. Uh-huh.
And so I have been doing that for the past few weeks now. And I have felt different. I have felt like I have more energy. And so I'm happy to be taking it, like you say, all in one. I have had people tell me from years ago, are you allowed to take oils with regular compounding products? And they suggested taking the oils separate, and I'm not really sure why. It seems like, I'm sure that doTERRA has done enough research, and maybe those things way back then, it's like butter's not good for you, margarine's better, kind of thing. Now everything has changed, like even eggs, don't take eggs, then now you can eat eggs, and
Right.
things change,
Right.
So maybe all of those are, have been mythbusters by now. So but I just wanted to put it out there that I have read about, oils and how they affect your body as being different than compounding, and maybe you should take them separately. And so I was always confused about certain herbs, not to take them together. But I've been taking this group of herbs now for over a week now, 3 for my cholesterol, and 2 the frankincense, the copaiba, along with the marjoram, bergamot, and the lemongrass, and 1 pill, and VeggieCap. And I don't feel any bad things by it, so I'm just hoping that it's doing good things.
Yeah, well, Linda, let me come back to your question about the compounding thing too. There's a lot of material to go through, but I think you're going to learn about some of the science in this presentation today that will help you feel more confident about the combination of the essential oils actually in the supplements, and why the supplements are different than a lot of pills and compounds that have been, you know, in existence in the economy for a long time. I think you'll feel really excited about that because there is some key differences that I plan to go over in the presentation today. But I'm glad you've been feeling good, and that's important. That's what I want to hear, you know, from you guys, good or bad, you know, how you're feeling after using the LLV. So thank you. I'm going to mute you again, Linda, and we're just going to keep trucking through and remind me to come back to anything as needed. I sometimes have to be redirected. So again, got to find my place in the slides here. But there's going to be, and I just want to talk a little bit about each of these bullet points again, but we're going to have some antioxidant support in this pack. And this is really important for our cellular health because it plays a major role in living a long and healthy life. Healthy cells are threatened every day by molecules known as free radicals, which have the potential to damage the healthy function of the cell and can actually speed up the aging process. So they typically enter the body by breathing, through metabolism of food, but they can also come from pollution, sun exposure, smoking, and exposure to forms of radiation. We can neutralize the free radicals by providing the body with more antioxidants. And you've often maybe heard, you know, eat your fruits and vegetables. So your body naturally produces some antioxidants, but others can be found in food, but we often don't receive enough from our diet alone, especially in our environment where we're exposed to a lot more. So having this healthy supplementation and extra antioxidants added in will help us combat those daily threats. So there's a lot of polyphenols that are a specific antioxidant that really support the body, okay? And then when it comes to strong immune support, without strong immunity, it can be difficult to maintain health, right? If we don't have good sleep, we don't eat well, we have high stress, and we have other factors that lead to a weakened immune system. These different factors can jeopardize our health status and put us at bigger risk of disease and health conditions. So that's, I think, really important. And then, as mentioned earlier, many of us don't receive the proper nutrition that our bodies need through our diet. So supplementation with these extra nutrients, I'm skipping one, but there's a lot of well-balanced vitamins and minerals in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, not too much, not too little. And I'm going to go into specifically those nutrients and why they're so much better absorbed than they might be from another supplement company that you buy at your local drugstore. And it has to do partially with the fact that the nutrients are whole food ingredients that help our bodies recognize and integrate those vitamins and minerals into the body because they're recognizable by the gastrointestinal tract. And then, of course, energy support, and of course, many things can impact our energy, energy production typically begins in the cell, but many of us blame our lack of energy on vitality or quote unquote getting old. Who has that mentality? I know a lot of people in my life, oh, I'm just getting old. But you guys, it is so possible to keep your cells running efficiently and producing that chemical energy that gives our energy levels a boost even into older age. Okay, so don't let that be a story you continue to tell yourself, oh, I'm just getting old. There are ways to increase your vitality and your energy through proper supplementation. And that's what I hear most about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Wow, I have all this natural energy out of nowhere. It's just so amazing. So stay tight. I could go into more science there, but I'm going to skip over it just just for time, honestly. So, okay, we talked about the price. So let's discuss now the purpose, the ingredients, and the benefits of the first product, Alpha CRS. And CRS is an acronym for Cellular Renewal System. So this is the one Linda was just talking about taking, and it's got the plus added there to emphasize improvements made to the original product. So they had a product, doTERRA had a product, Alpha CRS, a while back. They made some great changes to it based on new evidence, new research coming in. And so this is a supplement that will help support you and is enhanced in that. Okay, so the purpose of Alpha CRS is to provide the body with antioxidants. Okay, we have already discussed the importance of providing the body with antioxidants in order to protect the cells from damage from those free radicals I mentioned. So remember, free radicals are unstable, or maybe you didn't know this, but they're unstable molecules that can damage and destroy healthy cell tissue, which can actually, again, speed up the aging process. And then we have the antioxidants, so you can see the picture here, are more stable and known to neutralize those free radicals that cause all those problems. So they can help promote cellular protection and keep the cell structures from getting damaged, which keep us looking and feeling younger for a longer period of time. And in addition to helping protect our cells, antioxidants actually also keep our heart, our cardiovascular system, brain, and nervous system functioning properly. Okay. So you guys like that little depiction there, and you don't have to be a science nerd to know what everything is in there, but just know that the antioxidant helps quench that free radical, keeps it from doing the thing that we don't want it to do, which is damage the cell wall. So you've got in Alpha CRS a blend of ingredients which promote that healthy source of antioxidants and that lifelong health and vitality. Of course, you can find these antioxidants in natural foods, but it's hard to get enough. And we provide these in Alpha CRS to help promote that healthy aging process. Okay. So in addition, Alpha CRS provides cells with essential nutrients and protection from toxic stressors in order to promote healthy cell function. So by helping our cells function properly and support that energy production, it translates into vitality and wellness. So if you've experienced feelings of, decreased energy over the years, a case in point, Linda, I'm going to use her as an example here. Alpha CRS can help promote that energy level by protecting the cell through that aging process. It also helps to protect the cellular DNA, which is inside of the cell and regulates a lot of the activity of creating proteins and certain things that help keep our cells healthy and active. So that's really important function of Alpha CRS as well. Okay, the Alpha CRS formula includes the polyphenol blend, which aims to do, as the name suggests, prolong vitality or the lifespan of the cells with the use of all of these polyphenols. Remember that polyphenols can be described as a powerful group of antioxidants that protect the cell from the free radicals. Okay. So here's some ingredients that you can see here. In addition, we're going to have things like Boswellia serrata and bromelain protease enzyme that help support cell function. We have the botanical extract of ginkgo biloba, which is not pictured here, but helps support mental clarity and energy. And then I love this about doTERRA's products, but they have a tummy tainer blend of botanical extract that help us reduce that sensation of stomach upset that can oftentimes be connected to the use of some supplementation. So just having that tummy tamer blend will really help in the person, you, feeling okay as you ingest these. It's also placed in a sodium lauryl sulfite-free veggie cap. So it's a very safe delivery system in the veggie cap. And it's so cool because you can open a capsule of Lifelong Vitality, you can pour the powder out. And this is important for you, Linda, in your question about, those hard pills. When we take those hard pills, if they don't dissolve in a glass of water within 30 minutes, just question, how is that going to dissolve in my body within 30 minutes and get delivered to the cells that needs it? Whenever I'm looking for a good supplement, I look for one that's already available for the body. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can actually open the capsules, pour out the powder. It's very available to the body. It doesn't have to be broken down. Now I understand, sometimes there are certain vitamin mineral compounds out there that you can buy. If you put them in a glass of water and they dissolve right away, it's probably going to be more bioavailable to the body. But I love that doTERRA's put it in capsules already. So it's once that cellular wall breaks down, which happens very quickly in the presence of acids and different digestive enzymes in the stomach and the upper digestive tract, they will be delivered into the system quite rapidly and be sent to the places that are needed most. So I hope that helps. So when we're using this proprietary blend of these extracts and these other ingredients, the formula, the Alpha CRS formula, can help combat the effects of aging on cellular health and energy, and also support healthy vitality levels. So the list on this slide provides a look at the benefits that can come from using Alpha CRS on a daily basis. in conjunction with your other healthy habits, of course. So the next supplement we're going to talk about is E-omega, and just a little to break it down so you know what it all means. The X stands for astaxanthin, which is a standardized extract of microalgae used in the X-E-omega formula. Okay, so astaxanthin, you can do a Google search. There's lots of research on it. It's a great addition to this product. EO stands for essential oils. So we know and love and trust doTERRA's certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils as an important ingredient in this product. And then MEGA represents the omega benefits provided in this complex. So not only do you get your essential fish oils, okay, a lot of people know them as fish oils or omega-3s, but you're also getting some essential oils to stabilize the product, and that astaxanthin to also help keep the product stabilized and also provide benefit for your body. So while the alpha CRS that we just talked about provides the body with antioxidants and cellular protection, this product, EX Omega, is designed to offer the body essential fatty acids that help with healthy body function, reduction of inflammation in a variety of different ways. The body requires, okay, this is important to understand, that the body requires essential fatty acids to help with functions such as cell growth, brain development, muscle activity, immune function, joint health, and more. Some fatty acids are produced inside of us. However, essential, that's the key word, essential fatty acids are not produced in the body and have to be obtained through the diet. And there's going to be a lot of different essential fatty acids available. The most common are omega-6 and omega-3, okay? And although it's possible for the body with these essential, you can get these things through what we eat. In many cases, the typical modern diet, it usually contains way too much of the omega-6, okay, way too much of this. And it comes in the form of vegetable oils, hydrogenated fats, and trans fats. And we do want some of this, but not as much as we typically get. Because it's linked to poor health. When we have too much of omega-6, not enough of omega-3, it's actually linked to inflammation, a pro-inflammatory state, which is honestly at the base note of most chronic, I would say all chronic disease. Okay, so in contrast, there's scientific evidence, okay, suggesting that increasing the healthy omega-3s, so if we increase this and decrease that, we can find that there's a lot of benefit, including improved cardiovascular health, improved brain function, which I know a lot of us struggling with, memory retention or cognition, immune function, joint health and mobility, and skin. So to maintain a healthy body, it's important to keep a proper balance of these threes to these sixes. So we've got to decrease those icky fats, those vegetable oils and processed food fats, and start eating more things like fatty fish, olive oil, nuts and seeds. Those are good sources. Flaxseed is another one I'll throw in there. We need to eat more of those things. And by using a supplement like the X-E-omega, we can do that every day by giving the body more of the omega-3s that it needs. And it's really nice, this blend. I actually have looked at it and done some research on it. It's a really unique blend of both marine and land-sourced fatty acids. So it's going to have a combination of both, and it also has some other plant-based ingredients. So you're getting kind of a combination of different sources that your body recognizes and is more easily ready to absorb. Okay, and this is really cool. So I already went through the fact that there's marine, plant, omega blends, natural vitamin D and E are in there, as well as astaxanthin. But there's also essential oils. So as you guys know, some fatty acids are made inside the body, as you learned from me today, but some are obtained from the diet. So it's possible to provide the body with levels of omega-3 through sources of olive oils, canola oils, from nuts and seeds and fish. But there's actually a lot of concern, and maybe some of you have concern on this presentation today, that there's an increased concern about the level of toxins and heavy metals that are found in our oceans. If you haven't learned about this, go to ewg.org and learn about the seafood and the toxins in our seafood. So even though fish is really great for us, daily fish consumption is not an option that a lot of people are really comfortable with because of these toxicities. And some nutrition experts even warn against eating fish too frequently just to protect us against those environmental exposures and toxic pollutants. Some people can handle those toxins better than others, but I will say in clinic, I saw a lot of people with mercury issues, and whatnot, because they were eating too much ahi when I lived in Hawaii, poke and some of the access to fresh fish. We actually saw people with mercury toxicity and whatnot. So it's actually not always safe to eat a ton of fish, and that's too bad. But thankfully with this product, we get a high quality product without exposure to toxins, without exposure to heavy metals, where you can benefit from the omega-3s without being worried about the toxic exposure. There's going to be pure microfiltered marine lipids, which provide these healthy fatty acids, and then also useful fatty acids with the inclusion of pomegranate seed oil and esham seed oil. So you're not just getting fish oil in this, you're getting a variety of different types of essential oils. So in addition, as I mentioned, you're going to get about 800 international units of vitamin D and 60 international units of vitamin E, okay? I know when I was in clinic in Hawaii, we prescribed a lot of vitamin D to our patients, and your doctor might want you to take upwards of 5,000 international units a day, but you're getting a nice dose in this E omega formula if you're taking it at the dose that's recommended, which is 4 caps a day. Okay. Now the coolest thing is that, well, it's not the coolest thing because the whole thing is cool, but this formula contains clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, and German chamomile. And why, you might be asking yourself. But this combination of essential oils, different from essential fatty acids, okay, helps to keep those fish oils and those marine oils, those plant oils from oxidation and rancidity. So it's like a natural preservative. It's a natural preservative that helps extend the shelf life of the oil without adding a whole bunch of other ingredients that we don't want in our bodies. We can use our natural essential oils to preserve the product better. Isn't that cool? I love that. It's much more natural. And I will just mention that those that you can see, there's just a really, sorry, I'm getting ahead in my notes with my slides, but you can see there's going to be a combination of powerful ingredients and essential oils that make this a useful supplement for providing the body that healthy balance. So, you can read this list, but promoting healthy heart and circulatory health, joint function, immune boosting, nutrients, it supports the function of brain, eyes, nervous system, healthy skin. Then we've got our antioxidants in the actual essential oils used in the product, as well as a wide range of omega-3s that come from all these different sources, and the astaxanthin and the vitamin D and E. So it's just a really, really great product. Now, I will mention that those who don't wish to consume fish or any marine-based products because of personal preference or dietary restrictions, we actually do have a V omega. That's a vegetarian friendly. And so it includes they're already considered vegetarian friendly. So the original product is vegetarian friendly, but the inclusion of the marine omega blend and the X E omega doesn't allow it to be labeled as vegan. So by creating this vegan E omega, doTERRA has made it possible for all of those who wish to be, stick with your vegan ideals and diet, you can use this product instead. All right. So the next and last product in the Lifelong Vitality Pack is our Microplex VMZ. Microplex is just the word used to combine the combination of micronutrient and complex. So Microplex, very, very cute. And then VM stands for vitamins and minerals. And Z represents improvements made to the original product. So doTERRA is always using research to discover, what is going to be best for our bodies, and they will tailor and update their products accordingly. So this is our essential vitamins and minerals complex that our body will use to help keep the cell functioning in a healthy manner. Okay, sorry, I'm just changing my notes. So this food and nutrient complex is really designed to help us with adequate amounts of vitamins and minerals to promote our health. When we combine it with a well-balanced diet and healthy lifestyle, you like how I just throw that in every time? You got to have the baseline diet, you got to have the healthy lifestyle. But by using this product, the Microplex VMZ, with the E Omega on a daily basis, we can help our bodies get all of those vitamins, minerals, and omega fatty acids needed for good health. So it just helps fill the gaps. So using this also helps us get some of those deficiencies that I showed in that slide previously, things like vitamin A, C, E, and B that are commonly deficient in the most Americans' diets. The Microplex formula is really what helps us achieve balance with those. It also has calcium, magnesium, and zinc, which help promote bone and metabolic health. And although we can, do all the things we need to do with our diet, this helps again fill those gaps. So we're meeting those EARs, and EAR is the estimated average requirement to prevent deficiency, right? So if we use this in conjunction with those other healthy habits, we're going to get the body the adequate amount of nutrients that it could be missing otherwise. So presented in a food nutrient complex, this product provides a variety of those vitamins and minerals that help with growth, function, and maintenance of your cells. It provides a blend of antioxidants, remember me talking those at the beginning, and energy complex vitamins, which also include minerals that are beneficial for metabolism and bone health. This is a patented formula, is designed to promote bioavailability. And this is, I think, so important. That means that because the product itself is made with whole food ingredients, our bodies recognize and absorb the vitamins, minerals, and food nutrients so much better than they would from a synthetically designed vitamin that you might get at the store. Sometimes certain vitamins can be difficult difficult to recognize and absorb, but there's a special patented glycoprotein matrix, to help increase bioavailability. And bioavailability is really just a fancy word for the ability of the body to recognize something in the gastrointestinal tract, move it into the into the bloodstream so it can be delivered properly to the right place. So that conversion from inside the gut to the bloodstream is super important. And if it doesn't happen, and you just, excuse my French, but if you just poop it out, you're getting no benefit from your supplement. And a lot of supplements people poop out. They go right through them without being absorbed. So this is a very bioavailable, meaning your body's actually getting the nutrition from it. So we're going to get antioxidants, vitamins A, C, and E, an energy complex of B vitamins. There's natural vitamin D that is enhanced. It's been enhanced for bioavailability. You're going to get some kale, some dandelion, parsley, kelp, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and spinach. You're also going to get some enzymes to aid in digestion. And I love this component of this micro complex because things like protease, lactase, lipase, these are all naturally made in our bodies, but by having them inside of the capsule, you're going to help your body aid in the absorption of those things because they'll help deliver the nutrition from in the gastrointestinal tract to the bloodstream. In addition, there's minerals, and there's also another tummy tainer botanical blend with peppermint leaf, ginger root, and caraway seeds. So that will, again, help relieve any tension that one might feel if they're consuming supplements on a regular basis. So, of course, you're not going to see anything genetically modified. The veggie caps are sodium lauryl sulfite free. So there's just a lot of benefits. They've really looked at what the consumer wants, and the consumer wants a very clean, bioavailable, healthy product for the body. So it's just really important to point that out. So again, I've talked about most of these points on this slide, but this is just a review about how the Microplex VMZ benefits digestive health, immune health, bone health, cellular and metabolic health as well. And we, of course, have a vegan form. So if you, again, are a vegan or you're following that diet plan, we have something that's available for you as well. So by using our lifelong vitality products to provide our body with these antioxidants, with these minerals, with these vitamins, essential fatty acids, cellular protectors, and our beloved essential oils, we're going to start to feel on track with looking and feeling younger. But remember, the idea of healthy supplementation requires more than just taking that pill. You have to use it in combination with healthy lifestyle and responsible habits. Okay. So we're going to see the best results in using this with the good diet, with the regular exercise, meditation, whatever it is that helps you feel holistically better. You're going to feel in combination with this. This is just a piece of the puzzle for you to help you feel your optimal health when combined with the entire wellness philosophy that doTERRA promotes on a regular basis. So when you're working with doTERRA, you're not just working with a company who wants to sell you something. They're trying to share a lifestyle. And this is one piece of that lifestyle to help you become your best self through food, through nutrition, but also through other practices such as exercise, stress management, sleep, etc. Okay, so this is just one piece of that puzzle. And I could have an entire class on these pillars, and I probably will one day, on healthy eating, on exercise, on rest and stress management, reducing toxins. This is a huge, huge, huge one, close to my heart. And of course, having informed self-care, which is making time for things that will promote good emotional and mental health, and educating yourself about educating yourself about self-care solutions. So just you showing up today to learn more about the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a part of your informed self-care. And then, of course, being proactive when it comes to your medical care. Become a participant. And I'm going to talk a little bit at the end, if I have time, about how doTERRA is fostering this proactive medical care with the construction of wellness clinics across the U.S. that help with preventative health solutions for you as wellness advocates or wellness or wholesale customers. You're going to get a discount at these clinics. So get excited. It's very, very exciting. But they're going to help promote that proactive medical care. All right. So once you've mapped out how you can combine the LLV with healthy lifestyle, it's important to ensure that you're ready to use these supplements in a safe and effective way. So there's a few guidelines that will ensure you're going to use it safely. So the Alpha CRS, the XE Omega, and the Microplex VMZ, you are going to take up to 4 caps per day with food. Okay. Now, as Linda said, she is not taking the full dose, and we did get some new information from leadership this year where we learned that if you're around 120 pounds or less, you can actually take a half dose. So you could take 2 caps of each, and maybe if you're like 140, 150 pounds, maybe you take 3 caps of each. But they say an individual over 160 pounds needs to take the full amount, the 4 caps a day of each of these. And some people balk at the idea of taking 4 caps a day of each. That's 12 total. Oh my gosh. But here's the deal, you guys, because they're whole food ingredients, they don't just jam pack everything into a tiny, like hardened capsule that's chemically processed and synthesized in a lab. We get a higher quality product. You eat your food, there's bulk to your food. There's going to be a little more bulk to your vitamins when you're choosing a higher quality brand that's more bioavailable to the body. And I hope that makes sense. But if this is too much to take 4 at once, you can break them up. And I do suggest that take 2 of each at breakfast and 2 of each at dinner time with food. Our vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, everything is absorbed much more easily when we consume it in the context of a meal. You're also going to find that the products in your pack of vitamins do have an expiration date featured somewhere on the packaging. Just make sure you pay attention to those expiration dates and heed any other instruction warnings on the label of each product. We want to recommend that when you store the Lifelong Vitality Pack, it's in a cool, dark, and dry place. This environment is most suited for the fish oil complex. It's not just fish oil, it's the XE Omega. out of sunlight and other sources that can actually oxidize the carotenoids in that product, and as well as the fish oils. So they can be stored at room temperature, no problem. But to extend the shelf life or maximize the potency, you can actually store the XE omega in the refrigerator or the freezer, depending on your preference. So it's best to use the the Alpha CRS XE omega and the Microplex VMZ can actually be used in half doses as well for teenagers and older children who are actually able to swallow the capsule. So I get that question a lot. Can my kids take this? If they're an older child or teenager, a half dose is really good option. You can also use, we have some supplements that are used for younger children as well that are specifically designed for the age group of, I think it's 5 and older. So check those out and ask me questions at the end if you have questions about those. I just started my 2-year-old. I'm doing a half dose of the children's vitamin with her, and she really likes it. I just kind of crush it up because it is it's like a chewable. So I just kind of crush it up and add it to her yogurt. Of course, and I do have to say, consult with your medical professional. If you have any disease state, chronic issues, concerns about medication interactions, I cannot provide those recommendations at this session today, nor can I even afterwards. It's not, I am not a medical doctor, I'm not even a naturopath. I'm a registered dietitian. So even if I have some knowledge on the topic, I have to refer you back to your medical professional if you're curious or questioning whether or not the Lifelong Vitality is right for you and your needs. So I challenge you guys to consider doing a 30-day challenge if you haven't already. So many of you are already taking the LLV and you came to this presentation today because you're like, I want to learn a little bit more about these products. But if you've never tried the LLV, I highly encourage you to try the 30-day challenge. doTERRA is so passionate about this product and its effectiveness that they will give you a 100% money back guarantee. If you try this product for 30 days and you don't have the results that you're looking for, they will give you your money back. And there are some guidelines on that. You have to use it within 45 days of purchase, and you have to return the bottles. But I mean, it's a fail-safe opportunity for you to try the product, see how you feel, see how it goes. And if you don't like it, you can always say, no, thanks, I'm going to try something else. That's no problem. I find that most people have such great results with the program, with these supplements, that they keep going. And I know that's been my story. I always feel, I eat a pretty healthy diet. I get my sleep. I exercise every day. So I've got a lot of baseline things going for me, which is great. It helps with my vitality and energy. But when I started taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I noticed just a little up level in my energy, so uptick in my consistency of energy throughout the day. So whereas oftentimes I'll be dragging around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when I'm consistently taking, and by consistent, I mean every day, taking my Lifelong Vitality Pack, I do feel less of those dips of energy throughout my day, which is really important to me as a mom of a toddler and an entrepreneur and someone working from home and working outside the home. It's important for me to have consistent energy and be on my A game every single day. So this has been my baseline for doing so. Okay, so I'm gonna then now talk about the cleanse and restore, but I wanna check the time. Oh goodness, I've been talking a lot. We might not have time for cleanse and restore today, you guys. So I might actually hold off and do another presentation on cleanse and restore in the future, because I can talk for another hour on this stuff, and I'm not going to keep you for that long. I've talked a lot about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but this is another program, just to give you a preface, another program designed to help get the gastrointestinal tract primed for nutrient absorption and healing. And I run this program with my team once a year. We usually do it in January, but it can be done at any time throughout the year, and is a really simple and effective program to help gently cleanse the body and restore. And I love this because when I was in functional medicine practice, we did a lot of gut cleansing and restoration with patients. And the products in this cleanse and restore kit, which you see pictured here, align very much with what we were doing in clinic with the functional medicine practice. So I love that somebody can just buy the whole kit in one and use this very, very easy and safe method to help again, increase vitality, help heal the gut lining, help restore balance within the body. So I'm going to save that for my next presentation. And now I'm going to open it up to questions. So I'm going to zoom forward and I'm going to let you guys ask some questions. Oops. If you want to just unmute yourself, you can. Actually, I'm just going to exit out of this. I think that's a great idea. Does anyone who is watching have any questions for me? I can start with Linda. Did I answer your question that you had? Oh, you're on mute, my dear.
I had some questions and I should have written them down at the time that I was, that you were there. So,
and I'm sorry I didn't let you guys interrupt me. I just wanted to make sure I got through all the material. So people who are watching the recording can be like, I don't want to listen to questions. Boop. They just got the information they needed. So I'm sorry I didn't let you interrupt me, Linda. Do you remember what it was?
No, but I think when you post this again, I'll have more time to write some things down that I missed from your slide presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some. Okay, I've got some questions coming in the chat too.
I know one thing that, so you were saying that you can't get the essential fatty acids from your diet? You have to get supplement. Is that what I heard right?
Good question. Most Americans just don't get their essential fatty acids from their diet just because they don't eat enough fish, etc. They don't, consume algae products, the things that like our ancestors would eat for omega-3s more commonly, especially those who lived near a water source. The thing is that a lot of those water sources, especially the ocean, are highly contaminated with a lot of heavy metals and persistent organic pollutants and things that have actually made seafood consumption more of a challenge because it's bringing in more heavy metals and things that our body just can't handle. From an evolutionary standpoint, we just were never exposed to so many toxins today as we were, 200 years ago. So yes, the answer is yes, Linda, you can get your essential fatty acids from eating, salmon 2 to 3 times a week, etc., or other fatty fishes. You certainly can, no question about it. I just find that if you're somebody who is sensitive to toxicity, and some are more sensitive than others, and they can clear, certain people can clear heavy metals way easier than other people. It's just based on genetics. But if you're concerned about that for your own health, it is hard to rationalize eating a lot of seafood products unless you're really doing your research and making sure to purchase them from sources that have tested their product, their fish, or their water that the fish are in for those contaminants. And it's impossible to stay away from all of them. So while you can get it all from diet, there's also some risk associated with doing so. That's where an essential oil complex like this can be useful because they've removed any contaminants or heavy metals or anything that could pose serious health issues.
And should you be concerned with farm-raised fish?
There is mixed reviews on that. Most nutritionists that you'll talk to will say yes because of what the fish are fed. So I always remind people, you are what you eat. And so is what you eat so whatever they eat is what you're also made of, right? Because whatever the fish eat, which is oftentimes soy products and commercial grain products, they increase the omega-6 production in the fatty tissues of farm-raised fish, which can be more pro-inflammatory if we're eating too many omega-6s. So there is some concern, though I've also read like tilapia that's farm raised on many levels is actually a little bit better than tilapia that's, from freshwater sources, more natural because of the toxicity level. They're not exposed to as many toxins. So I feel like you're kind of playing a game, right? With, I do this and I don't want to do this. And here's the end of the story picture too, Linda and everyone, is you don't want to let your life be ruled by all of the things that all the people say all the time, meaning that there's a lot of scary information out there. And I don't share this with you to scare you, but just to keep you in that space of being self-informed with your self-care. So if this interests you, I'm not going to talk any more about this because I want to bore you, but go to the ewg.org, Linda, and anyone else who wants to learn more about the contamination of our oceans and how that might affect the health of the fish we eat and how to combat that. There's some really great resources on ewg.org, which I refer you to.
One more question was, so I take these 4 pills a day of potassium citrate for my kidneys, and it's supposed to keep my chemistry more alkaline because then I don't produce kidney stones. The pills don't, I see the pills in the toilet bowl. And so I've talked to my doctor about it because I'm like, am I even getting anything out of this?
Yeah.
And so I still am questioning whether I am, whether it's really becoming bioavailable to my body, so do you have anything you can share with me about that?
Well, Linda, I do be careful, especially on a recorded video like this. I want to be very careful not to give you specific medical advice.
Sure, yeah.
So I am going to refer you back to your doctor on that but I will say that bioavailability is really important. And those concerns are definitely something that I would argue are a concern. If you're seeing your pills in your stools, you're not absorbing them. So you may want to talk to your doctor about another form, a liquid base or, different brand or something of that particular nutrient. That's why I love the LLV is because it is, you get a powder, it's absorbed. There's no way it won't be absorbed is because it's going to break open in the stomach or the early intestine tract and become available to the system. So a great question for your doctor to follow through with that. And again, be proactive. And this is another foundation of doTERRA's lifelong, or their program in general, what they're trying to promote as a company is be proactive, ask those questions, ask, and don't let your doctor walk out the door until they give you a solution. So I think that's really important. I did have another question from someone who was unable to be here today, and I have a question from the chat box. So I want to get to those questions, and then I'll allow anybody else who has more questions to ask those. So the first question was from Gwen, and she was asking about nutrition and whatnot for eczema. And again, while I cannot promote the Lifelong Vitality Pack as a solution or cure to any disease, I can't see how using the Lifelong Vitality Pack wouldn't positively impact somebody with an eczema or psoriasis condition of the skin. And the reason I say that is because whenever we see something appear on the skin, whether it be a psoriasis, an eczema, in many cases, if it's not an environmental thing, something that our skin is exposed to from the outside, there's many times a relationship between how healthy our digestive system is as it is in relation to our skin. The skin and the gut kind of reflect one another. They're kind of like mirrors to each other. They're both actually on the outside of our body. If you think of a donut, a donut, the surface is on the inside and the outside, right? Because of that hole. You actually have to consider that your digestive tract, which starts in your mouth and ends at the end, everyone knows where it ends, right? Is a tube. It's a hollow tube. And you're interfacing environmental toxins throughout the entire tube from top to bottom, right? The skin is also interfacing with environmental toxins on the outside, which is more obvious. But if you think of your body and your gastrointestinal tract as a tube as well, that's exposed to external environmental things, foods, what we breathe, whatever we're exposed to through this tube that goes through our body from mouth to bottom, it's important to recognize that there's that relationship. So when someone's working on issues with eczema or psoriasis, I want them to really look deeply at their nutrition, rule out any food sensitivities that could be causing issues in the integrity of our gastrointestinal system. Again, this presentation is really limited and we're not going to be able to dive into all of that. Maybe it's for a future presentation. But by using LLV, we can, again, through those antioxidants, those vitamins and minerals, help restore balance in the body in many ways. So I would suggest for eczema, try it for 30 days. If you've not yet bought the Lifelong Vitality Pack, doTERRA will reimburse you if it doesn't work, right? So why not give it a shot? in conjunction with other healthy lifestyle choices, improving the diet, less processed foods, more water, all of those things that maybe you already know, or maybe you need to come back and learn more on, through stress management. That's another thing that can cause digestive issues, and so on and so forth. We've got to look at the big picture, but using the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and maybe even looking at that Cleanse and Restore Kit, which I pictured earlier, could be a useful tool as you're sorting out the root cause of the eczema in and of itself. So Gwen, if you're watching this and you want to follow up with me on an email about that, I can provide more information. But I think I could probably talk for a really long time about eczema. So, and Linda's also using the Droply app, which Gwen, I believe you actually have. And anyone who doesn't have, if you're on my team, we can get you access to that. But there's also going to be some recipes, some essential oil recipes that could be useful in soothing the skin, not treating the eczema, but soothing the skin and some of the icky side effects of having that damaged and reddened, kind of irritated skin that goes along with the eczema and psoriasis. So I then have a question now from Scotty, who asked me why did I start taking the LLV? So I think this is a good question. I started taking it because I started learning more about doTERRA as a company, and I really like their philosophy. I love their lifestyle pyramid. If you haven't seen it, just Google doTERRA lifestyle pyramid. I was just so in alignment with that. And in my functional medicine practice, we talk about the same things that that doTERRA is talking about. And I was like, wow, this company really is in alignment with the philosophies of functional medicine in general and kind of my own values. So that was the beginning. And then I started learning about the really great efforts that doTERRA goes to provide high quality product. Then I learned that a lot of my other healthcare professional friends were advocating for and loving on doTERRA. So it was just this evolution of trust that was built after learning and being exposed to more information that piqued my interest and allowed me to explore the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I did the 30-day challenge. I felt better. I thought it was a good option. It's a more affordable option than what you can buy at the health food store. I even have like a dispensary I use for certain other supplements. And anyway, long story short, I could save money using this program. Now, not to mention if you're on the monthly ordering system, the wellness box that you can get with doTERRA through the loyalty rewards program, the LRP, all these LLV, LRP, getting confused. The LRP program, I get points back. I get up to 30% back on every purchase of my Lifelong Vitality Pack. So I'm getting money back every time I buy it. So if it's a product I like and I can get money back on it and use that, like, quote unquote, money to buy more oils or more whatever I need from doTERRA, because they have everything. It's my one-stop shop for supplements, for essential oils, for skincare products, for shampoo and conditioner, et cetera, and so forth and so on. So it's really easy because, there's too many places you can go, too many online portals you can visit to get your personal care items. I trust doTERRA, and I trust doTERRA now through and through, from supplement to essential oil. So I might as well just get it all through them, get the money back on it, and get lots and lots of free stuff. So my other supplements cost, he's asking, what did your I don't remember, Scotty. I think it was a lot though. It was over $100. And I would actually not buy supplements because I wanted to save money. So if that gives you an idea, like, I was like, I know I probably should take this, but I didn't, because I didn't want to, I didn't have the residual or the income to afford all of those, which I know is a problem for a lot of people. You spend heaps and heaps of money on supplements and it becomes astronomical chunk out of your budget. So I think the Lifelong Vitality Pack provides a more affordable solution to getting that baseline of nutrition. And then you can integrate other things as you see fit, whether they're from doTERRA, from another company, or from your medical doctor who recommends like additional potassium in Linda's case. There's certain disease states that are going to require additional supplementation. LLV is really well balanced. You're getting the baseline covered, but again, different disease states might necessitate further supplementation, which is not within the realm of this conversation. That's a conversation you have with your medical doctor. Other questions?
I have one more.
Okay, Linda.
So when you have taken the Lifelong Vitality Pack and within 20 minutes or so, you can start to actually taste the essential oils. Is that a good thing or?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, yeah, I've had that happen. And usually it's in the context of me not eating enough with it or not taking the supplements on an empty stomach. Is that what you found? Are you taking them with food?
No, I just had oatmeal with banana.
Did you eat the
So
oatmeal and banana first, or did you take the supplements first?
I was taking them in conjunction with. I took
Together?
some oatmeal and then I started taking, well, I took that, that pill with those 5 different oils in it along with my other LLV. So,
Yeah.
um, so maybe too much or not enough food with it.
Maybe not enough fat. Maybe you need an additional little bit of extra fat in there to help keep. I always find that I eat the vitamins first or swallow the vitamins first, and then I eat the food to kind of like push it down. Like it kind of covers it up and layers it down. Now it's not problematic if you have a little burp here and there and it's a little like you can taste the frankincense or something. That's totally okay. I mean, there's no harm in that. Is it beneficial? I don't know if I'd say that, but I don't think it's harmful as long as it's, you're not throwing up or, feeling other negative symptoms, you should be fine. But maybe try just adding a little fat to your next meal, eating an egg or something just to complement and actually help balance your blood sugars a little more, because oatmeal and a banana are pretty high in sugar. They break down into sugar more quickly. You could add a little bit of nuts and seeds on top of that oatmeal or pair it with a hard-boiled egg, see how that goes.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else? These are really great questions. Linda can't be the only one live who has questions. Well, I guess Scotty's asking me questions in the chat box, which you are all more than welcome to use should you have questions that you don't want to unmute yourself. You can always type them in the chat box to me privately or in community and let me know. Because no question is a bad question, quite frankly. Scotty, maybe I can just pick on you for a final farewell, because we are well over the hour mark. But I would like to ask you what your if you have any testimonials from friends or family or from yourself about using LLV. Oh, it's actually Marlise. Marlise, do you mind? Oh, I'm going to unmute you. You're unmuted. Marlise, are you there? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you. That's okay. No microphone. Okay, never mind. All right. Well, I just asked because Scotty and Marlise are my personal essential oil mentors. And they're the ones who encouraged me to try LLV, even though I resisted forever. I finally, again, after building that trust with the company, decided to give it a shot. And they've told me gobs of inspirational stories about and testimonials from the LLV program. I don't want to retell those stories without actually hearing them again. So I encourage you guys, if you haven't already, give LLV a shot. I don't think you'll go wrong. I've heard so many good things about it. I've experienced so many good things about it. And if you have questions, let me know. In addition, please let me know if you have ideas for future class topics. I want to start really giving you the information that you want to learn more about. So shoot me an email, find me on Facebook, shoot me a Facebook message. Let me know what you want to learn more about, and I will try to put a class together or take some time to do a Zoom call around those topics and ideas. Okay. Oh, and Marlise, this is the thing that Marlise had. She saw a huge improvement in her skin. And it only took a day of supplementation. She went from a sunburned look to a more fair-sided, fair complexion. I remember this now. And she had really big problems with eczema and psoriasis on her hands. And she used LLV as part of her healing process. Didn't you, Marlise? You used LLV. Yeah. Okay. So that kind of goes back to the eczema question. In a personal testimonial from someone here on the call who had a huge improvement using the LLV in addition to the cleanse. So she added the cleanse, the cleanse and restore, which I pictured at the end of the conversation. That could be really helpful. So Again, yeah, wonderful. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to end it here. I really appreciate your questions, your attention, and appreciate any feedback after we get off here. You can email me or reach out to me in any way you would like. All right. Take care. Aloha.